Hey, what's up guys? Joker here. Hope you're all doing well. Today I am just going to bring you a quick, but what I feel is an essential fix for Mafia Definitive Edition, which was available as of 7 p.m. Eastern Time last evening, so it is out today now on the PC and consoles as well. But the fix I want to bring to you guys today is going to be essential for anyone running a high refresh rate monitor. So if you're running anything above 60 hertz, whether it's 120, 144, 100, 240 hertz, whatever, this is going to be a fix you're going to want to apply, because even though you may be playing Mafia Definitive Edition and you're getting well over 60 frames per second like I was, the game is actually going to be playing at 60 hertz. This is on the same engine as Mafia 3, and this has been an issue that was in Mafia 3 when it came out, and it still persists to this day, and I remember because I just actually did a full playthrough of the game a few months ago on the definitive edition of that game, and I needed to do a fix on that game as well, which was different from the fix I'm going to be showing you here today. Now, there is another fix out there, which I used in Mafia 3, which people are saying works, which is to basically install the DXGGI DLL into the game files, which you can do, and it might work for you, but for me, it personally didn't. And also then you're having Reshade installed and you have an overlay that comes up every time you start the game. So I found another fix over on Reddit, which is actually a lot easier to do, and it doesn't have any ill consequences or anything like that. So some people say you can disable full screen if you want to do that, and it actually does make the high refresh rate work. But personally, I want to play my game in full screen, not borderless full screen or windowed mode, just true native full screen at 4K resolution. So yeah, you could play in windowed mode, that might fix it, but I found this fix over on Reddit from JofeRR, who said he disabled full screen optimizations on the executable properties, and now it's running full screen at 144 hertz, and I can confirm that this 100% works. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how I did that. You're going to want to go into your file explorer and locate wherever you have your game installed. I got my copy on Steam. So I'm going to go into my G drive under Games, my Steam library, Steam Apps, Common, and then locate Mafia Definitive Edition, which is right here. And then you're going to want to find your executable. Now there's two executables. There's the launcher exe or the one for the actual game. I did it on the one for the actual game, which is Mafia Definitive Edition.exe. Go ahead, right-click on that, and then open up the Properties tab, and then you're going to want to come over to Compatibility, and the option you're going to want to check off is this Disable Full Screen Optimization. So by default, this was not checked off, so by checking it, that goes ahead and that applies the fix, and you just have to hit OK, and you are done, and you will be getting your monitor's native refresh support. Now, I don't know why this still hasn't been fixed. Going back, like I said, this was an issue in Mafia 3. Back in 2015, I believe it was, when that game came out. It's still an issue now in the definitive edition that they came out with, and it's persisted into the Mafia 1 definitive edition, which came out today, which is on the same engine as Mafia 3. So clearly there's an issue there for some reason. Even though the game can easily run at, high refresh rate and everything works properly as far as animations and all that stuff are concerned, it all works as far as in-game. Just for whatever reason, there's a problem with the game engine detecting your monitor's proper refresh rate when the game is set to full screen. And by doing one of these two possible fixes, I'll put a link to the one over on PC Gaming Wiki if you want to try that one. But honestly, the Windows compatibility mode, when I did for disabling full screen optimizations, easier. You don't have to download anything, and you don't have to have Reshade installed on your game files, which launches an overlay every time the game starts up, which is like a minor inconvenience, obviously, as opposed to what it's fixing. But I just think this fix was a lot easier, so hopefully this helped you if you're a high refresh rate user and you're picking up Mafia Definitive Edition, which so far I'm enjoying a lot. Ran very well for me. I posted a benchmark earlier, running at 4K maxed out on the RTX 3080. I'm getting anywhere from like 60 to 100 frames per second. It can vary based on time of day and where I am in the city, but most of the time I'd say I'm up around 80 to 90 frames per second during most of the game. Cutscenes, it comes down more into the 60s, but running very well for me. I would definitely say better optimized than Mafia 3, which is not really saying a lot, as that game had a lot of issues when it came out. It got better, but it still doesn't really run that great, and I just recently did try it actually on my 3080, and it was not running as well as this with everything completely maxed out. So Hangar 13 has done a really good job on this remake. They didn't just like up-res the old game or anything like that. It runs really well for me, and I hope you guys go ahead and check it out. I believe it's $40 just for the Mafia Definitive Edition standalone, or if you pay like another $10, I think, you get Mafia 2 and Mafia 3, which is a pretty good deal, especially if you haven't played those games. Mafia 3 is only a few years old, so that game definitely holds up. Mafia 2 is a little bit longer in the tooth, but I think, you know, for the story and everything like that, it's still worth playing through after Mafia Definitive Edition if you want to, because there is sort of a loose tie-in between all the different games' narratives, but you definitely don't need to have played those games before this game. This game is set further back in the past, so if you were going to play one first, it would be this game, because it was the first game. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Hope this fix helped some of you guys out there, and enjoy the rest of your day and your weekend. Catch you guys next time. Ta-ra.